So hi, welcome back to my table and to my puzzling chaos. I don't know, it's a fresh day. My voice sounds weird because I have a cold, catch a cold. I don't know, it's not a cold, it's more coughing and pain in the throat. Yeah, pain in the throat, that's the thing. And I have to cough a little bit more than usual, and I hope I not get a runny nose. That would be really awful. I hate when I have a runny nose, but that's, I think, not the case. But more or less, it's annoying to be. Not healthy. Yeah, and now we sit here and they're starting to do a puzzle without starting the timer. And I find pieces. It's always nice to sit down and see, oh, there is something, oh, I recognize this color, and there are 2 or 3 things I can put together, and oh, is there something I missed it the last time I puzzled? Yeah. What is this? You're gonna, yeah, that's there. No. That's the same color, but it didn't fit. Yeah, and this also, but this is slightly more glittery, and I don't know. Oh, they fit together. Oh, that's a warm, gummy warm. I don't know if I get, that's, no? That's here. Yeah, I already get disconnected. I'm so an awful YouTuber. Sometimes it's when I recognize a pattern what I wished I don't have, and that's always like, could I not be a little bit more different, and could I be as the same as everyone else? And it's hopeless. It's hopeless. So, new day, new things to do. What did you do when, I don't know. I always wanted to ask a question, but it's always so silly. Why should I ask a question when I know I wouldn't get an answer till months ago, and what should it bring me to have then the answer of a question that I make in the video? It's always sounds so silly to me, and I can see why it came, this interaction that you get when you ask a question, and people that looks your, I think live streams is better because you then have a more back and forth conversation than it would be normal. But in a video where it comes out maybe in a month, or maybe I release this relatively early, but it's always a distance between time, and I didn't remember everything. So when you then answer a question, what I question when I been in the video and I think, oh yeah, I know, I recognize I have asked this question, but why and what should I answer now? It sounds so stupid, but that's I feel so silly when I'm doing this. It's such a weird thing of doing course. That there's no connection with that and this, and I always feel stupid when I'm doing such things. But yeah, it's nice to have a relationship when you watch a video, and I know it's always so nice to be personally addressed or asking a question, and I could answer them without even talking to them. Of course, nobody hears me, and it's not such a big problem. And I always feel a little bit more attached to this videos, and when I recognize the pattern, oh, I feel attached too when somebody asks me a question, and even if I don't write in a comment, I have the feeling of getting a question, and that is something nice to have. It's something nice to relate to. It's nice, and I recognize that I feel this is nice. So I try to do this myself. But when I came to that, I feel awful and stupid and having no connection with that. And so therefore I always cringe a little bit when I'm doing this. So what do you think? Did you like this sort of puzzles? And I know I didn't get an answer, and yeah, when you answer it, it's so far away from me, so that I can't relate anymore. It's over, and I didn't want to talk about. And I mean, in the sections, I think it would be nice to have a conversation while puzzling and connect with people who likes to puzzle also. It's always a thing. Maybe is connecting with people who like to puzzle also a little bit easier than connecting with people who didn't like to puzzle and didn't connect with that, and I couldn't get a single question, or with all my I really love this things and that things, and it would be awful conversation when the other person didn't like puzzles as I like. So I usually didn't talk at all. I don't have puzzle friends. I mean, my daughter is puzzling too a little bit here and there, and when I talk about puzzles, she's always thinking of, oh, I really have to get me a nice Halloween puzzle for this Halloween, and therefore she has to buy it on Amazon. And I get in the luck that I have done a Halloween puzzle in my collection. Oh no, not in my collection. It's not my collection, but I can do it, and I can do it on the channel, and I can show it to you without giving out money. It's always so frustrated that I have to have. It's not such a big problem that I don't have a huge pile of puzzles that I purchase and have laying around. So I always cringe a little bit when I see, oh, there's a stack of hundreds of puzzles you can do, and I'm sitting here and didn't have any puzzles to do now, and I feel so envy. It's always, but I can't get shopping. It's puzzles are not so expensive, but when your daily life is so tight that in your budget it's not fitting in, and maybe buying a puzzle a month or in 2 months or second hand when I get one at €5, I really don't resist. I have to buy it, but it's to look at and to getting how should I explain this? When you're not having when you don't get shopping and seeing the puzzles and thinking, oh, that's really nice, I wished I could have this. When you're not looking at online stores or so whatever, then you're not getting so much temptations. And I knew I cannot afford, so therefore I'm normally not browsing in my internet on my tablet and or on my computer to browse and look if there is something. I would find something to buy. I really like this Circle of Colors, the new ones with the darker background, and I really have 2 or 3 in my mind to buy me. I mean 2 especially, I think. It's the one with the leaves and the shells in it. That's a really pretty one. I saw it. Well, I think Vicky Makes and Builds has it and has shown it in the last video building it. Yeah, she's speedrun everything now. But I really like this image. That's really pretty image. And the second one is the insect one. I really like this gemstone and this, I don't know, it's a painting of an insect, so I don't mind to make insects as a painting. When I see an insect in real world, I held 2 meters safety safety from me, but then from far away I look at that really interesting, but I didn't want to touch it or to move it or doing something with that. No, it's really not mine, but I don't want to touch them. It's gross, but to puzzle it or to seeing all these nice colors and patterns that insects have is a funny, strange thing, and I could enjoy them. So it's really nice. It's this insect circle of color puzzle is it's a picture of things that I don't like, but the colors and the textures and the I really like this. And the puzzle is really pretty. It's a pretty colorful puzzle. So that must be here somewhere here, but yeah, that fits here. So it's here. To find all the pieces that fits there, it's it's more problem than here. So yeah, I found it though. This is funny that I don't find them. It's so strange. I mean, maybe this is there. This is connected here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of the. But I know I couldn't afford buying puzzles, so I didn't finding puzzles that I wanted to. I will find one when I really look at puzzles. I really find puzzles that I like and that I wanted to buy, but I cannot afford them, so it's more or less not getting in temptation, so I normally don't look up puzzles. I mean, this time it's really a thing of I really wanted to have a newer, bigger puzzle. I don't have now a bigger puzzle that I don't puzzled and I really wished I could buy me a bigger puzzle or find one. But I'm really picky with puzzles also. I mean, I would find one, of course. There are so many options, but sometimes when there are too many options, then I cannot decide, and sometimes when there are too less options, then I also couldn't find it's then I have to choose wisely, because I cannot afford to do so much, so I really have to choose what I'm thinking of doing and doing and doing again. I mean, this is pretty, this is pretty, this is pretty, but will I really own it and take it to my collection and puzzle it and puzzle it and puzzle it? And the most of the time I say no. I really only own puzzles that I really wished to own. Yeah, that makes it difficult to choose which puzzle I wanted to have. I collect the greens and the greens and the greens, and every time I look up, there are so many holes and I don't know where they are. And I collect and collect and collect. This sugar crane must be, yeah, connected here. But it is a green, yellow crane that goes from here to there. And this lemon must be here. There must be a piece that's this shape. So let's connect them. So they must be there. I really think they must be there, but where they are. Yeah. There's also one from the orange and I really like this patterns. No. So many green. But this is also a thing of this crane here. This angle, but this didn't fit here and here, so it must be there, but that's the end. Where is the end? Could there is one of this? No. That's also no. That's here. That could be one of this. Maybe it's not fitting. This here. Yeah, that's here fitting. It's not a yellow and orange, but I don't have this also. It looks really difficult. Where is corner pieces in blue? Could be near this. I don't like to cough. It hurts a little. I now looked it up to see when the World Championship is, and I think the whole thing begins way much earlier than I thought. And when I see, it has begun, but it only began with with things that you can do before the event starts. The first starting event, this opening ceremony, is I think next week at Wednesday, and then the first competition are on Thursday. They are so soon, and I didn't have to prepare anything for that, or prepare. It's funny because I don't go there, but I really wanted to do a bigger puzzle while the event is going on, but I don't think I get one. I mean, maybe I have a chance of my kids going to a Ravensburger shop, and maybe they find something that's nice and affordable, and I can get my hand on one of the bigger one. So maybe I thought it's when I don't get a bigger one, I will get the big board on, and will do a bigger that I already own. So I would yeah, here is one thing. I would grab me one of my bigger collective items, and I thought maybe doing the Pokemon one, because when I packed it up, I have packed it up in colors, so I could do them one color by itself. So it is a little bit a thing of I've builded it already with these sections and these colors by colors, and so I'm not sure if it's a new thing of bringing to the channel to do it really color by color, because I have built it the way color by color, but it would be full. So when I say I doing the color red, then I would do the color red till everything is built up, because I have crumbled it the way so that I really can do it color by color. And yeah, maybe I wished to build it that way, and making a new video series out of this. I mean, the Cellini one I also built room by room, and maybe so I can do color by color by the Pokemon one. That's always a thing of what should I do to have a new content, and that would not be a new content. And yeah, I also planned a little bit ahead of mixing 2,000-piece puzzles together again. It's a thing I do normally regularly with my puzzles, and I have 2 Clementoni ones. I really thought I could mix them together. It's not really it would be, most of them it would be more challenging than I wished to have, but it's a thing. It's absolutely doable. It's always a thing of, yeah, I can do this. Maybe it's not the fun thing to do, but I can do this, and it would be a nice challenge. Maybe I should do this, and it was in my mind, and it's rambled and taking circles of, maybe I think about it a second time and think, oh, I have to, when I'm trying to do that, have to mark the one puzzle and the other puzzle so that I don't mix them up together. And then I think, no, it's not necessary. They two are so different from each other. I wouldn't mix them up. And I don't think they have the same cut. So maybe they have, but I don't think they have. And even if they are so different from the style of the puzzle, they are a similar style, but different colors. I don't think I would mix them up. And even if you can see where the mixing up is coming, and yeah, hey, I have 2 sections that get connected to each other. Here is this one. Oh, that's nice. When the thing's growing bigger and bigger, it's always a thing of, ooh, I've connected them, and they're building up a bigger section to make room for the next puzzles. So I'm always liking when this is happening. So I think that's maybe connecting to this. But here's, oh, I didn't see that the green fits here together. So that's here together, and I have, oh, yeah. Let me see, there is a whole thing connected. Woo! There is progress happening. Yoo-hoo! Maybe I'll collect a little bit more the edge pieces here, so when I have one, then maybe I could build the framing here a little bit more. And the pieces that are here in, I think that's in the darker section, but maybe I could connect a little bit more of them here. When I'm seeing them a little bit better. No, it's not. Ah, here. That's also good. When something is in, then it's always good. It's so satisfying when the pieces get in and it looks like the whole thing grows. I really thought it would be in somewhere here, but I don't know. Maybe this isn't. Yeah. It's also a thing of this, that I collect the colors together. It's always nice to have the colors collected together, and so, oh, maybe it's, but I don't know. It's funny. No. That's a little bit tricky. The thing has false fits, although it's really more unique colors, but sometimes it trips me a little bit. So this is something that must be going in there, but this is something I didn't have, or this must be something that it goes somewhere, but now I didn't know where. It's always a thing of, so I cannot, now I really think I cannot think and process talking and puzzling at the same time. That's such a problem. So I hope you don't mind that I always stop talking, and when I get to the topic again I'm lost the thing, or I talk about the same thing again and again. I mean, left the topic course. I'm really seeing forward to seeing the World Championships, but it's a thing of, I know that not everyone is in watching other compete, but it's a one event. It's like when the Olympics were in France, in Paris. I was so much watching sports. I'm normally not watching sports at all. It's a thing of, I hate to see soccer games, or even, I mean, American football is American football, so it's not a sport that we in Europe do, and usually don't have this passion for. But I don't watch sport at all. I mean, I was good at sports, and I love to do sports by myself. And I was a very, very competitive person, but I usually not enjoying to sit and watch people compete. It's more I have the thing of I wanted to do it myself, and when I have to sit and only see, then I'm so impatient. It's funny, but I cannot look me a soccer game. It's so boring. It's so boring. I wanted to play and I wanted to move and I wanted to enjoy this movement and this adrenaline when you run about the field and feeling this whole uh, sports event hype, and it's absolutely nice to compete. And have played volleyball a long time, and I really like to have these competitions. And we drive along many. When I was younger, I was in a team, and therefore we always strive to get competing to each other, and it was fun. I really liked this. I really like to compete, and yeah, but to sit on a bench and watch and cheer on that was a horrible feeling for me. I cannot do this. I cannot bring me to. I didn't enjoy watching these things. I mean, nowadays, so I'm not playing anymore, and I cannot. It's more or less your body is not so. It's not so moving anymore, and my ankles. You don't have to get old. It's such a bummer to get old and to not can do this thing anymore. But I really enjoyed to watch nowadays sports events. And I have watched so many of the sports events of Paris, the Olympic Games. I was watching them till the end. I really enjoyed to watch them, and yeah, I feel the same feeling with this World Championships. I will enjoy to watch them. I'm not so in so smaller competitions, when there are so many people that's so good, and I only can see and stunning me what they did in which time they built the puzzle. It's such an amazing thing, and I only sit and stare, and there I can enjoy that. I see that everyone's competing, and I really don't have to be, oh, I could be there, and I could be better. So sometimes when there is a competition live streamed, or when you see competitions from this countries where there are not so good puzzler or more casual puzzler in the thing, then you think, oh my that's such a bad time. You won with that time. I could do it better, but therefore I don't enjoy every time to watch competitive things. But the World Championship is a thing on its own. There are so many good puzzlers, and yeah. There you can really not say, oh, I could do it better. It would be way too much fast. They are so good. It's incredible how less time they took to build a puzzle, how fast they are. It's such an amazing experience to only watch. So that's an enjoyment on its own. So I really see forward to look at the competition and stunning and see stunningly next by and think, oh no, that's so fast. I couldn't comprehend how they do this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can make much money out of this thing. Not that I make money out of anyone, anything. Of course, I'm not monetized, so it's always a thing of when I release a puzzle video in the time. There will be more attention on puzzling and the puzzling event nearby the puzzling videos, and I think many would release them, and afterwards the whole rehab thing that's happening afterwards, of course, Emily's going to be in the World Championships, and Karen would be a long video making out of this whole thing, and everyone is there would be a thing, and Vicky makes a prediction video how she thinks what puzzles she thinks would be in the competition, and everyone is hyped up with this mega competition in the puzzle community. I mean, there are popping up new channels here and there and here and there, and always seeing new channels, and yeah, sometimes I watch a new, but I'm so... It's getting boring. It's getting a little bit boring. I mean, there is not such a thing as new content. Everyone builds a puzzle and then talking about them and what she done and what she thought about when she building it. And yeah, that's interesting, but it's also a little bit boring. I mean, when you have a good idea of bringing on the table a funny thing, is a nice story, other reflections, it's not that... I think it's not enough to build a puzzle and release videos about them, and I'm not doing my best to do this, but I think, in my opinion, there is much more to do to entertain than to building a puzzle and giving the opinions of the puzzle. It's that gets so boring, and I don't think we need another puzzle channel who builds puzzles and talking about the new puzzles and showing you puzzles on a haul, and there are also frustratingly more content. I mean, that's nice to see many people and every person do the things in a little bit other way around, and it's nice to connect with people who also do puzzles, but sometimes I think we all we all like to share, but there's nothing new in it, and everyone does the same. And yeah, everyone has his favorite things. So when you see by me all this more European related brands, of course, in Europe, and the American people are doing more American brands, and when you are somewhere in the world, you also can get puzzles, and you also can get other puzzles brands that's maybe related to their country, and it's always nice to see where everything come around. And yeah, but I don't feel that that's enough to build up a channel about, yeah, I'm now in South Africa and I'm building puzzles from South Africa, and oh, I'm in New Mexico, I'm in Mexico and building puzzles in Mexico, and showing you the brands that's related in Mexico. And yeah, it's nice to see that everywhere else is also a puzzle brand or a puzzle company that's printing things on the puzzles, and hearing all these reviews of this brand and that brand, and seeing all these nice time lapses. Sometimes it's not nice. It's difficult to make a time lapse about a whole puzzle. I mean, I don't know where is the problem, but the first time I struggle not with having so much footage on my camera. Like, I don't know why it's fitting a lot of video material on my phone. And I can go with long time videos. I mean, I have sitting to 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours, sometimes 3.5 hours, and it's not stop recording. It's not stopped recording because my storage get full. It's cutting off while my accu turned off or runs out. But when I have plugged in the phone, then normally I can record to 3 hours and it's no problem. I mean, the footage, the bigness of the footage, and my computer has not so many storage at beginning. I have now a new computer. I've not bite me that I have the luck of getting the old computer from my child, and she gave it to me. We switched. She got my old computer so that she have something to carry on, and I have the new computer that's more storage on it, and it's more professional, and I can now handle with many footage. And yeah, it's much footage when I have recorded. I mean, that's usually 5 to 10 hours or more hours that I then, when I'm making this big puzzles and have the full time lapse, then I have more of 20 to 40 hours footage, and I have to shrink it and re-edit it, and then it takes time, but I can now handle with that. So if I not have the better computer with the more storage, I wouldn't. It doesn't going. It wouldn't go. So I have make the trick of shrinking the videos, or making 2 videos. Of course, I cannot add this at one time. And so yeah, there appear many more problems that you think about when you start to do long time-lapse videos. And the recording, the space, the rearrangement, I usually then export it on a extra drive so that I have it there and not on my computer and not in my iCloud. Of course, it syncs, and then I transfer it to an extra storage, and there I store everything and handle with that. And I have to delete so many things and rearrange everything every now and then. I have to rearrange them so that I can record again. Of course, the storage gets full at one point. I have to really get it cleared out, and it's handling. I'm now familiar with how I do this. I do not a good thing with that. I'm not the best at that, but it works. It works out, and so it works for me. But I think the problem is that when you start a YouTube channel and you didn't know the things, then it's really a problem to start with that, because then they never get a big time lapse out, because they start a really long video. They needed 10 or 20 hours to build the puzzle, and then you have all this rearrangement and you don't know how to handle this. So I'm really starting with shorter videos, and when I have these bigger ones, then I have always problems. And yeah, I've learned with the time how to handle with that and this, and so that I can make these long time form videos or these short videos with this much footage. Of course it is. It's much footage with much footage. And it's only to 20 minutes when I make a full time lapse. I don't feel that's good that I cut this thing so much together, so that you're not seeing what I'm doing the whole time. So it's always a thing of, is it too long? Is it too short? Get it too tedious? And it's always a thing of, I always decide, oh no, it must be faster. Oh no, it must be slower. Or, oh no, I have to talk too much. I have to cut this down. And yeah, it's a process. It's a learning process. And I don't feel that I make this really good. So it's always, I'm now I'm now so confident that I could add a video and I know what I'm doing, but I'm always unsure if I could implement a new strategy of adding something or making a funny joke in it. And I don't play with my videos. I don't have recognizable things like setting everything up. When Mandy does this, setting the things on a mood, then she has always so an insight of having a drink, having a snack, turning up some good music, and then she starts puzzling. And that's a thing you must add in the video. You have to taking the footage and edit it in and getting words in, and I'm always unsure if I should do this. It's always so I don't want to. It's not that I find this funny. I really think that's a good decision to making these videos are really funny with that, and I really think always, oh, maybe I can do this too. That looks so nice. It would be a nice addition to my style, but I want it to be authentic, my style. So that's then also the problem of I don't want to copy something, although I really find it nice to watch, and maybe I could copy them a little. Here and there I make a thing of, I copy the exterior, that's the outro, when I insert my little butterfly that I taken in, and the music, it's always, I don't know, I think YouTube let me not making this outros with this recommendations or clicking on the video and sharing and liking and subscribing or whatsoever. There is something you do, but there stands always, when you have a private video, then it would not be appearing. So I'm not sure if it's there, but the outro with this butterfly in and the music should give you the time to click on the subscribe button, seeing if you have getting a next video, so that you have to maybe get more attached with my content. That's one of the only measurements I'm doing to advertise my videos, and so it's really up to you. But I wanted to give the possibility to click on something. So not that I mention anyone to subscribe to me or doing something with my content. It's I wanted to give you the possibility to getting on the next video you wanted to look, or to subscribe to my channel if you really liked my content. And to give you the possibility, it's only giving a possibility that I wanted to support. It's nothing else. It's always so. I really don't like to make someone doing things that they may not be willing to do, or begging you to subscribe or not. But the whole thought process to making videos and to be a little bit professional, I don't see me as a professional, but I've learned how to make videos. I learned how to add something up. I learned how to make it not so tedious. So I shrink it down to a certain amount that I think it's good to watch. And yeah, I'm always not sure because I don't make shorts, so I cannot be monetized at the moment. Of course, there is no shorts. So yeah, YouTube have to be monetized, you have to got a number of clicking on shorts, and I have no shorts, so there would be no clicking on my shorts, and so I will not get monetized. And I don't know, it was a decision, cause it makes me so angry that they punish me of not willing to doing this short form videos. I really don't like short form videos. I'm not a TikTok, and I cannot relate to them. I not even willing to do this. When I sometimes seeing a compilation of TikToks on YouTube, and I clicked on it and I watched them, then I'm usually fed up in 5 minutes, and then I turn it off and not turn it on again. It's such an overwhelmingly thing. I cannot comprehend so much information at once, and I don't want to only I'm not willing to spend my time with scrolling and not understanding anything, and I needed time to process the things. And I feel TikTok, it's not for me. It's more or less all I have to say about this TikTok. I cannot. And therefore, I really dislike these short form videos. And I don't want to make shorts for myself, and I don't want to. I don't want to. That's such an big no for me. So I have chosen to not do this, and so yeah, it was a big thing of, I really thought on one point maybe I could get with a little bit more patience and a little bit more content and regular content and content for me in maybe one or two other sections, then I maybe could get monetized. And bring a little bit income. It would be not much so that I can live from that, but it would be better to have something like that instead, so that I can make a little bit money with this. But I'm so frustrated about that. Usually when I say I'm now unemployed and I can do a little bit more on YouTube, then I really thought I could do a little bit more, but I feel so frustrated because I'm not monetized, and this is all work that I'm doing, and it's my hobby. So yeah, I'm willing to do this further away, but I'm always a little bit frustrated with this situation that I'm in. Of course, when I wanted to have a little bit money with from this whole situations, or a little bit payment to get me new puzzles, or to get my work probably rewarded, then I have to do all the stupid things, and I'm not willing to do all the stupid things. So yeah, maybe that's my problem. And yeah, sometimes I wished I can switch a little bit my content, cause yeah, it's so many misinformation about autism in YouTube or everywhere. It's such a problem to have everywhere spread these misinformations, and I really think we have to do something about this. It's not necessary to make everything harder for us. While we would fit in, everyone would fit in when the whole society didn't get that much faster, so that we are the first that struggles. And I really feel that we all have to make a little bit less fast environment for everyone. It would be good for everyone that it would be slower and more relatable, and having a combination words to having the support that everyone needed, and to not getting under pressure of everyone has to do this that way, and the whole hatred of people who hate people that's not normal or acting not normal. It's such a problem. It's not only the LGBTQI plus community that's hitting on this. It's also the autism community. That's such a bummer. We should live together in a healthy way, but the whole environment is faster, and we cannot get along with that. It's impossible. The most of the time, it's really impossible for me to get and process all things all of the sudden, and I really feel we have to make it a little bit more slower, the whole process, so that everyone can fit in, and having a good time living. I mean, that's the thing of we are here to having a good time living. Of course, when it's over, then it's over. And always this fast, to get constantly enjoyment without even taking a break. For it's nonsensical. We cannot live that way, and everyone has its own perspective how they wanted to live, and why is everyone so fed up with we are a binary thing, and therefore no, we are not. Gender is not binary. We all live in a fluidity. I just don't know how to explain this, but every time the society, every time science wanted to find out the gender it only fitting to two genders, they find out that it's not, and these things you don't hear. Of course, that's not supporting their system. They're not supporting their misogyny and racism, and therefore nobody should know that it's not the case. Gender is not binary. We have not two genders, we have many genders, and everyone has to choose as what you wanted to live with, and therefore nobody has to fit in this gender wars that they make out of this. When everyone can live like they wanted to, it's no problem at all. You only have to live and let die. And everything that the most of the gender non-conform people wanted to have is the right to live their lives like they want and wish to. And what does speak against this? What does speak against this wish of having a good life? It's so messed up, everything. It's so messed up. Can we all please slow down and think about what we say, and then check and balance and see that there is nothing what is dividing us. We want all the same. So I think I stop a little bit talking, of course. My throat is hurting, and maybe I'm stopping puzzling all again. But it's working out. Here is a good section, so I've puzzled this section. I think that's the other big crane in the middle. And I have to collect pieces that is this red yellow crane. There is one laying somewhere, and there are these pocket sweets that has these colors, and here and there is now a piece I can fit in, making little sections. It's also good. Yeah, and here and there I have to collect, but that's a yellow crane, a whitish yellow crane with stripes in pink and green in it, and yellow. And This is also one. I have to a little bit collect the pieces and maybe getting together a little bit more. The cranes are always so a little bit annoying, a little bit nice, a little bit stripes I can collect together. Sometimes it's connecting a little bit and yeah. But that's always a thing of missing a lot of pieces from them, and so get it there. Yeah, here's the pocket, and this is a yellow, and I always think maybe you can get it attached to something or somewhere. Yeah. This is one of those brownish. Sorry. So I think I make me a cup of tea, and sit on the couch and watch a little bit more TV and getting onto the puzzle another time. It's not that I'm really exhausted and I wish I could puzzle it further along. I really enjoying the process of seeing the cranes coming together. Here's one, here's another. That's maybe yeah, this wheat is also a swirl in a crane form, and here this is finished. I've connected these two pop sticks together, and here is the crane that fitting with the snails, with this jelly snail, I don't know, and the citrus fruits, lemon and lime and maybe grape, I don't know, and the little pockets of sweets that's here and there scrambled. I think there is one or two things I will. Oh, that is one from this, and then clicking in there. This more darker purple is also a crane. I've collected them here and there. They are so nice to collect the pieces and then assemble in, and I really like to do this stripy things. But I get a little bit exhausted, and I think I have to make a break to make me a cup of tea and getting to get my sore throat a little bit better, and I cough a little bit more than I wished to. I really have to make a break. I really didn't want to. Yeah. Yeah. It's so silent here. My children are in holiday. No, on a weekend, a long weekend with their grandparents and their father, and it's a long time since I was alone. And yeah, sometimes it's good to be that to feel what you really need. Sometimes when the children are here, I'm so filled up with my problems and think I don't connect really good with my needs if someone is here and needs something else. I have to get them first, and then I care about my stuff, and that's always a little bit a problem. I mean, I think when you are a carer or have children, then you recognize the pattern within you also, I think. No, where this, that's here. I'm stupid. Yeah, everyone is first, and then the last thing of you came always in the last. I cannot talk. The words don't come out easily, and I'm really a little bit more tired than I wished I wanted to do the puzzle. I'm really enjoying the process of building this thing.